You weren't with me in Afghanistan. His prayers were, and you came back.
Alright, so you might have to come back to this video if all the bells don't hit right away. You know, really depends on how experienced you are as a person. Not age, because age is a system, right? So we're all synced up. Now, in this video, they go about like extremist government shit and like no government, anti-government. Look, the government was only created by us as a collective consciousness as humans in order to baseline and not repeat simple mistakes of history. Because everything in life is a gamble, whether you're aware of it or not, okay? Now, sometimes if we're naturally going with the flow, things already will be in play to where whatever you want comes in because everything's kind of like a chain reaction, right? Like Hinduism already knows about like the multiverse, right? That's been around forever, before science and these new guys got into it, okay? Now, I simply just have to put things in perspective for you to understand everything moving forward. And you'll be like, holy shoot, right? Now, you're not the first human, right? What we agreed on as humans to be the first human was Adam, okay? And then as we got further in time and we got more knowledge, more godly, we were able to take our human eyes and see a physical atom, because we see atoms all day, but we can never see one singular atom, right? And that one singular atom, we now call an atom instead of atom, right? Boom. Move on, Eve, all that other, screw all that, skip all that for right now. Let's go back to the systems, right? The government. Now, I'm like, oh, government this, government that, they control us. Okay, look. As humans, we are on top, okay? There's nothing more of a threat to a human than another human. Because what we have is this human brain which can curate and do things. Now, we have thumbs, okay? Right? The simple concept of monkey see, monkey do was based off the fact that you just use your senses, look around, and if someone else can do it, you can do it too, okay? Now, let's go back to, you're not the first person, right? So why are you getting mad at these systems, these rules, these laws that's in front of you? You should see it as a game. Everything that's being told to you is basically saying, hey, this happened already, and this will happen if things go south, okay? If you will have to pay this price for this item, all right? So you say, oh, I'm gonna start a business, okay? Boom, someone already did that business. So we already know that if you go installing toilets everywhere and you don't follow all the instructions, like people's toilets will explode. Okay, boom. You don't follow things, people's toilets are exploding. Who was there to clean up after your mess? Nobody. Now that person wants to do what? They don't retaliate against you. They just wasted their time, their energy, their resources. They have to do it all over again. Is that person God? No. That's what a lot of people are going to say. So that person doesn't have to forgive and forget. That's in their rights as a human being, right? It's inhumane for you to say that they don't have to forgive and forget. I forgive and forget naturally, but I feel like in the end, has left me very drained. Always, my expectations are always coming up short. The things aren't going in my way. So I had to step back from forgive and forget, even though I'll do it naturally. Right? Now, if I don't forgive and forget, that's your problem, right? Or you as the antagonist, that's your issue, because you're the reason that I have to forgive and forget something. Now, I hope you're catching on to perspective that I'm giving here, that the systems are in play, right? These systems, these governments, these rules are in play, right? When you're coming to this modern world, can simply help you, okay? It's a game. You can use these systems to get rich, wealthy, and free. All three, and or whatever works, whatever you were born into and you're lacking, or whatever you're lacking and you want to get, right? Mind, body, and soul. Power of three. It is all there for you. You just have to keep going with the flow, and hopefully you won't end up prey along the way, or you go with the flow and you manage between being prey and predator. Give and take. If you're already giving shit away, you're less likely to become prey, because to those fiends, those entities, you're already donating, okay? The ones that will want to do that, the ones that will get driven to do that, they will, you're already giving it away to them, right? You're already giving it to them, they don't have to take anything from you. You already gave it to them, you're already aware, you're already conscious of it. You know, you don't feel drained, you don't feel used because you gave it away. Compared to it being taken from you, now you're getting caught off guard. It's like, oh shoot. Now you're like, what am I gonna do? Dang. Now you're mad, you're frustrated, you're stressed, right? Those are what we call accidents, or whatever else. Whatever's worse than accidents. Sometimes I just like to leave it at accident because I forgive and forget, right? Now you're like, oh, okay. Now I have to bring you to the concept of the rabbit hole. You can't get lost in the rabbit hole, right? So where you're just eating, shitting, making a bunch of babies, right? You can do that, and that's fine. That's very comfortable with, you know, nature, God, whatever. But if you have a better sense of who you are, you can now manipulate life, right, into what you want it to be. Essentially, that's where we started creating words like manifestation, blessings, fruition. It's been so long since I used that word, I forgot it. But you know, they're just words. That's just how we could get the same. That's how we could communicate, right? Get on the same page. People who know the system really get ahead. All right. Let me just start with the American system because that's what I was born in. Right. You're born. You didn't have the option of being born. You were just born. You were being born because of someone's actions, because of a chain reaction of nature's flow and someone else's choices. Right. Now you're born into this world. So the American system sets it up to those people that are born in your world, they have to take care of you till you're 18. They have to take care of you to a point where at least nature and life will grow you up, give you experiences, and train you into the point where you can survive on your own, damn near. By the time you're 18 in America, you should have the natural common sense to understand how you can survive on your own, just using your common senses, such as eyes, touch, taste, sight, touch, taste, hearing, and smell, okay? Right? You know, you see your parents paying a bill, you ask them what are bills. You ask your parents why they can't buy you something. They tell you why they can't buy you it. You don't judge them for it. You don't make them feel bad to why they can't do something. But you say, oh, okay, now I know. Now I can do that for myself. Okay? Now that right there is just simple working together. That's called coexisting, right? Don't make the people in charge, the people that are helping you, aiding you, taking care of you, whether they're still conscious of it or unconscious of it, a burden, okay? Don't make it a burden. Coexist. These systems, these rules help us coexist because there's always a way, right, to your goal. Like there's this book that I'm reading, Many Paths, One Goal. You won't be able to see it because of the camera, but essentially shows all the religions, right, which is just history showing you other humans, prophets, right, that prophets or messengers, people who are willing to share this information without financial gain or receive. Like I can't expect anything out of this video, but if I get things out of this video, I'm gonna just leave that on a blessing. Okay, now that was a long second. Now remember, so you're gonna go, I'm gonna wrap it up. So where do I go from here, right? Where do I go from? One, like, subscribe, check out my other videos, reach out to me, comment, you know, put your questions down below and I can further talk more, but I pretty much just gave you everything in this one video. Okay?